Hello guys, today I will be explaining to you what is a bottleneck, the different types of bottlenecking, how to prevent bottlenecking. So firstly, a PC bottleneck is when one component can't keep up with the rest. I like to think of it like if you're going down a one-lane road and there are 4 cars each component, in order of slowest to fastest, then the fastest can only go at the speed of the slowest. So to prevent this, you need to balance the components. The first type of bottleneck is a CPU to GPU bottleneck. As you can probably tell, this is when one of either the GPU or CPU cannot keep up with the other. Say that I had an RTX 4090, the most powerful GPU ever made, and then paired it with a Ryzen 5 3600. This is a horrible pairing, as when the CPU is working at 100%, the GPU isn't even sweating. Ways to fix this is using bottleneck calculators to check if your PC's components are bottlenecking. I recommend the one at PCBuilds.com. Another way is to run off this rough sketch of CPU to GPU pairings. An RTX 3050 goes well with an i3. An RTX 3060 70ths goes well with i5 or Ryzen 5. RTX 3080 goes well with an i7 or Ryzen 7. An RTX 3090 goes well with an i9 or a Ryzen 9. A RAM to GPU bottleneck occurs when the amount or speed of your computer's RAM random access memory becomes a limiting factor for the performance of the GPU graphics processing unit. Picture your RAM as a workspace where your computer stores temporary data that the CPU and GPU need for quick access. If you don't have enough RAM, or if it's too slow, it can impede the GPU's ability to process and render graphics efficiently. This might result in slower frame rates in games or difficulty handling large and complex visual tasks. To address a RAM to GPU bottleneck, you can use this template to figure out how much RAM you may need. Anything less than a 3060 Ti use 16 GB of RAM. Anything more powerful than a 3070 use 32 GB of RAM. The next bottleneck is a storage bottleneck. Imagine your storage as a highway for data. If it's too narrow or slow, it will slow down the flow of information in your system. So if you have a slow or nearly full hard drive, it can lead to slower load times for applications and games. An SSD is faster than a HDD, so it helps to upgrade your SSD to avoid bottlenecking. These are measured in the speed they can download per second. So to avoid bottleneck, use this template. 3070 or above use 5 GB per second. RTX 3050 use 700 MB per second, and a 3060 used to 3 GB per second. The next bottleneck is when your PC is not getting enough power and cannot run its components. This is called a power supply bottleneck. An easy fix to this is at PCBuilds, which has a PSU calculator telling you how much power you need after you enter all of your components. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you.